All right, good day, everyone. We're here on Facebook Live and continuing our conversations regarding the COVID scenario and how people are getting in and out, and we're moving on through this particular scenario. We got to continue to make sure that we have everyone continue to be safe, obviously masking up and being able to do the things in public the way that we should continue to do. Make sure to continue that social distancing. And you know what? We'll get all through this together. Today with me, I know we are pleased to have someone that has been in this particular scenario from the pandemic, from the very beginning, a business owner, someone that was getting ready to start to kick off their business on March 18th. And but due to the COVID crisis, had to back up. And Abbey Inn and the proprietor of the Abbey Inn is here with us today, Gilbert Verdesvois, right? And you're going to correct me on that because it was your last name is definitely a cool challenge for all of us. But at the end of the day, Gilbert and his team up in Abbey Inn have done a tremendous job in renovating and taking over the old institution that was up there where we had the convent and besides that, the Fort Hill. If we get back to 1902 and do a little bit of history, the Fort Hill location and historic Peekskill looking over the Hudson River that was doing protection for us during those times, 1902, to make sure that things were not happening, and then changed into a convent. And now where it is the Abbey Inn, and it's a tremendous facility, and they've done tremendous work. And again, we're happy to have you here with us, Gilbert.
Good morning, Ken. Thank you so much for hosting me. Let me correct a few things. First, I'm not the owner. I'm the general manager of the beautiful Abbey Inn and Spa. Mr. Ginsberg from Ginsberg Development out of Valhalla is the owner, proprietor of this beautiful property. I am the general manager as part of Hay Creek Hotels, located in Exeter, New Hampshire. We specialize in small boutique hotels, and this is perfect for our portfolio.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gilbert, and certainly Martin Ginsberg and Ginsberg Development has done so many tremendous things, including the development that surrounds you, that's up there in beautiful downtown Peekskill. So Gilbert, let's take a step back. As the general manager, you were getting ready to kick things off. You all in the development companies spent tremendous amounts of money renovating, bringing the place up from where the sisters were at St. Mary's to the kind of facility that makes sense with the kind of high quality things that you all continue to do at all of your properties and all the other things that are in the portfolio. So first, talk to a minute about what happened on March 18th. How did you all react to it?
Sure. So, we were going all along with planning the grand opening of the Abbey Inn and Spa on Wednesday, March the 18th. We hired all our line staff. Obviously, the management team was already in place, starting with me last February of 2019. And then we brought in the management, the sales team, the executive chef, food and beverage team. And then late January, we brought in our hourly staff, that will support us. Obviously, without a team, we are nothing. So we were moving all along, bring our team on board, training them, and getting ready. We even had a few run with meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, and here we go. The day before, we had to unfortunately call everybody and let them know that we couldn't open as planned. We totally had to put the brakes on and reevaluate the way we were going to open safely. That being said, we stayed on. The management team stayed on. Thanks to Mr. Ginsberg. we were able to open the hotel as an essential business. So the rooms were open, and we hosted, first responders at first, and then as time went on, like in April, May, we started seeing more and more guests that just needed to get out of their house and try to get some sanity, I guess. So that was very good. Um, in regards to the food and beverage operation, we could only do to go and in-room dining at that time. So we were quite challenged because obviously being brand new, we never had the opportunity to let the people at large know where we were. So, but we had some good press from the New York Times, Travel and Leisure, and obviously the support from Westchester County Tourism, and before you know, we are now up and running.
So Gilbert, the original things, and certainly I know our good friends up there, Mayor Andre Rainey up in Peekskill, and everyone was a little disappointed that they couldn't do the kickoff as you all and your staff was. But you were helping to support our first responders, and certainly we thank you for that, and making sure that you were doing from your restaurant. And you have a dynamic restaurant. I believe apropos the people doing the takeout as well. But how did you get through that scenario? Again, you have great work, advertising and being recognized by the New York Times as a place to go, especially as folks were trying to unpause and come out of that COVID world where they could have other great opportunities. And certainly our Westchester tourism folks, doing a great job in making sure that we let everyone know all the activities that we have going on, as well as the outstanding places like yours at the Abbey Inn. So what things have you done to help increase guest confidence in the things that are happening, in social distancing and being able to help people as they move forward, both on the hotel and the restaurant side, as well as the outstanding spa that you have?
Right. So, like everyone else, we had to get online with the CDC requirements, and then implement them. We obviously posted all our policies on the website. We did aggressive marketing through Facebook, social media. And we have obviously all the COVID-19 requirements posted at the front desk. In a restaurant, we do have sanitizing stations all over the place. We do obviously follow a very rigid schedule for cleaning and sanitizing in high traffic areas, as well as, of course, when in a restaurant with 50% capacity maximum. Private events will begin very soon with also a maximum of 50 people. The spa, which opened on phase 3, yes, I believe phase 3, yes. Also with limited capacity. We do not provide facials as of yet. But yeah, it was all about communicating our policies and our safety protocol, if you would. And that is something that we are sticking with company-wide. Hay Creek Hotels was very, very supportive, in implementing the policy and providing us the tools necessary to make sure we run a safe business.
Well, and that's one of the great things, again, when you are a part of a great team. As you said, you mentioned Hay Creek, but your facility and the work that you've done there, again, it sounds fantastic to be able to do that. And you mentioned that the private events are getting ready to start up soon. So, and with the limitations of 50 individuals so far, right? We're all hoping and we're keeping our fingers crossed that as we continue and everyone is doing a great job all together, everyone in the business world, in our local community, trying to ensure that we are maintaining and flattened and have flattened and knocked out the curve, trying to make sure that we're staying in front of it. When your private reception, so the weddings and all those kind of private events that you're doing, how's that looking going forward? I know that we have a bunch of friends out there that would love to be at a place like Abbey Inn that's overlooking the Hudson, that has a tremendous facility.
Well, like every other business in the county, around the state, around the country, the world, right, that's been affected. And, it's a constant adjustment, if you would. Being that we were not scheduled to open until early 2020, we didn't have that many private events scheduled early on in the spring, if you would. So, and we've been very fortunate that even with the restrictions, most of our events are still taking place. We just had to shift them into the fall. So September, October, early November, obviously, will become very busy for us for private events. Of course, with the limitations, some of our brides and grooms have opted to still do the ceremony and a cocktail reception this year, and then moving into the dancing and the formal event next year. So we do have several functions, like I said, booked, and will take place. The first one will actually take place the weekend of the 4th of September, which is next week. Very exciting.
Well, it's definitely an exciting time, and again, it's a special time, and with the limitations right now of the cap of 50, we really keep hoping as we continue down this path that we're going to be able to maintain and keep the control so that we can have all the facilities open. So, you were talking a little bit about the future. What's it looking like as you try to project a little bit down the road as we go through the fall and looking ahead into the other things that are happening? What do you see for Abbey Inn?
Well, I have, being that we opened on March 18th, and gradually we've seen a very nice improvement, starting from, let's say, mid-May onwards. Business has improved in all, in all departments, from accommodations. Obviously, our market is mostly from the 5 boroughs of New York City, as well as Long Island, northern New Jersey, and so people just want to get out of the city, want to relax, they want to enjoy the Hudson Valley. It's just such a beautiful destination. It's so close to the city. Of course, and we also get some guests and diners from the Westchester County area, Peekskill, in surrounding towns. So that's very promising. Business has grown. We are not obviously to the numbers we had budgeted when we did the budget last year. I don't think that anybody will be there. But we are certainly doing much better than we thought.
Well, Gilbert, and that's actually one of the things that we've been really working hard at in County Executive Latimer and all of the team. We're all working to try to see what things we can do. So what things can we do to continue to help Abbey Inn and the things how can Westchester County help with you and with things that you're working on?
Well, Ken, I think that your offices have been already very supportive of the Westchester Hotel Association and all of us in the Lower Hudson and all the way up to here in Peekskill and beyond. And if we continue to promote tourism and that we are a safe destination and a beautiful destination with so many outdoors activities and so many treasures for people to see, pretty much in any town that you go in Westchester, you do have something very special to see and do.
And absolutely, because we have the ability, because we have the great outdoors and we have so many treasures, as you point out, and whether it is going down to see the Croton Gorge and being able to take advantage of the trailway system that we have, the award-winning Westchester County Park system, and certainly all of the great features that are around. But even if they're coming up again, Gilbert, to participate in one of those staycation weekends that may work, especially since you're so close to New York City. You're within 45 minutes of a drive, but you're right at the Metro North for those folks that are in the city that don't want to drive around, but they want to jump on the Metro North. That they're really an opportunity to be close to you as well. Is there any kind of special things that are happening, as you said, in Abbey Inn itself, that's connected to any of the events that we have that may be coming up shortly? We know we have some winter events, Halloween events that are coming up. Any tie-ins that you may want to mention?
Well, being that the Blaze is right around the corner, right, and that's only 10 minutes away from the Abbey Inn, we certainly are promoting a package associated with the Jack-o'-lantern and the Blaze, and we promote a tour to the wineries with a minibus with accommodations at the Abbey. Now that our private event space is open, we're also going to be able to host wine tastings in our own wine cellar. And then we always keep our eyes open to see what is happening in the community. We promote obviously the farmers market in Peekskill on Saturday morning. That has been very popular for our guests to go down. Our chef goes down there every Saturday morning, and some of our guests have gone down with him. So we keep on promoting the area.
And certainly, as you mentioned, isn't Apropos is a farm to table restaurant? Is not utilizing some of the, as you said, your chef goes down to the farmers market, picks some of the things up that are absolutely part of the wonderful dishes at Apropos. To do that, I know I jumped on the website just to do a little bit of research, and your website, as you mentioned, first thing that popped up was talking about the COVID-19 and all of the things that Hay Creek is doing to make sure that all the guests are as secure and safe and cleaning protocols followed as possible, and that's outstanding. The tie-in to the Blaze, again, the Blaze is a little different, but the same thing. The Blaze is moving forward, as you said, and it is an exciting event, and I believe those tickets are available right now online. But people can go to your website. Again, is it abbeyinn.com? I just want to make sure that we give that shameless plug.
Abbeyinn.com.
So Gilbert, well, again, we really appreciate you taking your time out from your tremendous responsibilities as the general manager at Abbey Inn, but giving us a good feel about the things that are going on. Is there anything else that you want everyone to know that's paying and that's watching us here on Facebook Live to see and to say about Abbey Inn and all the things that you're doing and the exciting things that you have coming up?
Sure. So thank you, Ken. Yes, we are open. We welcome. We look forward to welcome even more guests in the near future from the local market, and as far as you can see or not see, right? Unfortunately, the international market is still very soft. but we are the Abbey Inn with 42 guest rooms and suites, the 3 dining rooms at Apropos, our spa, our trails right in the backyard. There is really something to do for anyone. We also have 6 bikes up front that people can borrow, and venture down into the Main Street or even down to the waterfront. Beside our restaurant, obviously there's some very fine restaurants in Peekskill, down on the riverfront, as well as on the Main Street and Division Street. And we are very, very excited to be in the market and in Peekskill, and having the support of the local community, and to continue to welcome guests.
All right. Well, Gilbert, thank you so much for the time and letting us know. Again, Abbey Inn, it's got over 65 acres. It's been completely renovated. It is an outstanding location that overlooks the Hudson. And as Gilbert has pointed out, it's so close to so many of the great Westchester items that are going on. So again, we want to thank everyone for taking time with us today on Facebook Live. Gilbert, you and your team, thank you so much for doing the work that you're doing and being with us today. We want to make sure that everyone continues to stay safe. Make sure that you mask up when you're going out in public. But again, taking advantage of the tremendous facilities and the people that have been doing all the kind of work to keep us all safe and secure. So Westchester, again, be safe, and everyone will see you next week.